So now let's look into what is XML format, because that's what the heart of this tool. Without that script, it cannot do anything. That's how it communicates with your hardware. That's how it makes all things possible. So that's why we will look into the XML first. So what is XML? So let's meet Mr. XML. So XML stands for extensible markup language. So you might have heard this kind of word, HTML, hypertext markup language, XML, extensible markup language, because both marks up your screen. It prints something, it marks what HTML does on your screen, it marks the things. That's how you are able to see the whole things, like whatever you see on your screen. That's called markup language. So XML is a markup language. It's much like HTML. It's much like HTML, but it's not same like or likes of HTML. So XML was designed to store and transport data. That's the main purpose of XML. That's the reason it's still alive, and it was brought up for that purpose only. XML was just designed to store and transport data, to store and transport data. So XML was also, it's designed to be self descriptive. It changes with, so whatever you want you can put it. Let's see that what it is exactly. What does it mean, self? What does that self descriptive mean? Let's see. And XML is a W3C recommendation. So worldwide, that www, so that there they have that one conference, so that federation will recommend how that XML should look like. Okay, so now let's see what is not XML. So what XML does not do. So XML, maybe it's it's a little hard to understand, but XML do not do anything other than transport, storing and transporting data. So let's take one example. So first let's see that. So you see that this note which is on the right side of my screen, so that note is just a note to tow from Jenny, and it's stored as XML. There is nothing much. There is no further, not much of information. It's not going to do anything. Anything means anything. It does not do anything. It will just store that as a data and transfers that or transports that data to somebody else through some other medium. You require a medium to transport that. It's just storing and transporting data. It won't do anything more than that. So in this example, this if you see this example, it's quite self-descriptive. So it has a sender information, that's Jenny, and it has a receiver information, that is Toe, and it has a heading, that's a reminder, and it has a body, that's don't forget me this weekend. Let's catch up. So let's write this XML file exactly same way. Let me go to this directory, and I've taken created. Let me open this VS Code here. Let me make it smaller. Yeah. So click on the file explorer, close the get started, and go to the file explorer and open the file. So I'll write note.xml. You see that? You got the icon symbol. So now let me click on that. There is nothing specific here. What I have to write is, I will write my I'll open the tag with note tag. So this is a note tag. So this is our note tag. You can see that note opening tag and note closing tag has been opened. So now let me take some space in between so that I can add the information. This is a note tag. So here we will have information about note. So the first is 2. So there are 2. So as I want to make it as a note, so I will add an indentation to this. Okay, so here I am going to add all the my message information, all the information here. So now to whom I'm writing, to Daksha or Dakshayani. So to that I'm writing, and what I'm writing, from whom, it's from Surya Charan Teja Rama. Okay, from me I'm writing. Let me give spaces in between, and here let me close the explorer. Now it's not required anymore. Charan, yeah, from me, and I have to add surname also, that's fine. So from me to Dakshayani, and heading tag opening and closing, it's letter, it's love message. So body, what I want to convey, so now I'm writing body tag. You see that body tag got open. Don't forget to respond. Don't forget to think about my proposal. Okay, so this is what is our note consists of. You see that? So the same thing I can simply write it, say to Dakshayani from and heading or subject love says, and body, so same thing. I can write it like this also. You can store this and write it similar way. So there is nothing much difference between this and this other than the format. So here you see that this is called an XML format. For everything you create your own note, own tag. So these are all your customized tags, and this is a normal way of sending the same message. So the XML consists of, it has a sender information, receiver information, heading and message body. So but still XML above does not do anything. Yes, it does something, but it does not do anything that you are expecting. It won't do, it does not do the things that you are expecting, because you might be comparing this with HTML and you are expecting to do the same thing. No, a big no. So XML is just information wrapped inside the tags, nothing much. XML is just the information. Here you see this example, it's the information which is wrapped inside the tags. So someone must write a piece of software to send receive, store, or display it. So this is the example. So this is a note, and then to whom, to from, to this girl, from this guy, and it is a heading is a reminder, and don't forget me this weekend. But don't expect that uh, this the heading means it will take it for a certain purpose, and heading means it will increase the size and it will give the boldness to that line. No, it's just a simple message which is wrapped inside the text. It's just information which is wrapped inside the text. So then what is the difference between XML and HTML? So XML and HTML were designed with different goals. XML was designed to carry data with focus on what the data is, whereas HTML was designed to display the data with focus on how data looks. XML tags are not predefined like HTML tags are. This is very important differentiation between XML and HTML in writing script perspective. For developer, so the very important differentiation is XML tags are not predefined like HTML tags are. So let's check how does it how can we prove this. So here what I'm going to do is we'll go to the Explorer and we'll create one more file. So this time we say note.html. Okay, we'll copy the same thing, but how we're gonna write. So let me take this default HTML. So these tags, so each tag is predefined. When you use a doc type and mention HTML, this is doc type tag, doc type HTML tag. So it says it's a HTML document, and after that you start your coding. And the next tag we have lang tag. So here it talks about the script, the page that you're writing should be in English, and it should be printed in English. It should be shown in English. And you have head. So this head tag, opening and closing tag, if you wrap some information inside this head tag, open and close head tags. So this information is basically about metadata. What's your website, what's your file name, and what are the viewport size, and what is the title of your document, and all that information, and which for which browser it's compatible, and all that information can be added. Then we have body tags. So here where you have to add your HTML code, which can be shown to your clients, shown to your users. So now let me copy that here. Sorry, I'll copy this one, node.html, because this is also similar. It looks similar, but there is a huge difference. Yeah, I have added this also. Now for note, in spite of note, I would use an article. Okay, article. I'll give some space in between. Yeah, now I would use article. So the name I'm gonna write for article is note. No, for that also we will give heading h1 tag and note. Then after that, to whom, Dakshani. So I would use a simple h4 for this, and 2, and again h4 rest all from. Then we have heading, so this time I'll use h2. This is love message. Then finally we have body, but here we are going to give a paragraph. Okay, and we will write, don't forget, so let me save this and let me get back. Yeah, see, similar message. This is XML from here to here, this is XML, and this is HTML. Let's execute this and let us see what how what could be the difference between both. How does it look like? How does XML look, and how does an HTML look? XML. Okay, so let me go live. It's gonna open browser, so it was open. If you see the first part, okay, I will add here. Mm, okay, from this part you can see that in body, from this part to this part, it is from this part to this part, it is XML. So let me add heading 1. Okay, so that heading 1 XML, and same thing I'll do it for here also. This is HTML. So now let's go back, let's dispose it and go live again. Now you see that this is XML. XML was simply printed whatever is there on the screen, so because those are not predefined tags. Where if you see HTML, note is little bigger, and it's in bold, and these two dark shiny, these are also bold with something. And love message is H2, it's much bigger than all other. And don't forget to think about my proposal. It's as usual, it's a normal simple paragraph. So this is how you can make out the difference between HTML and XML. So you can write anything. In spite of notes, you can write a letter. In spite of a letter, you can write love quote or love message or love snippet or whatever you want. You can write, because these are not predefined. These are customized to your message. This is only to store and transport your messages or information, whereas HTML is to print that message on the screen. So HTML takes care of how it looks, and XML takes care of how it can be transported. So that's the difference between an HTML and an XML. So XML does not use predefined tags. So the XML language has no predefined tags, as we have shown in our example. The tags in the example that we shown. So like two here in XML, two tag. from tag are not defined in any XML standard. So these tags are invented by author of the XML document. So now I have written this document. So I'm just the whichever is comfortable for me or whichever looks close uh, to my information, that kind of tags I'm gonna use. I'm gonna write my own tags. So HTML works with defined tags like we have seen paragraph, H1, P, H1, table, etc. So with XML, the author must define both the tags and the document structure also. So XML is extensible. Most XML applications will work as expected even if new data is added or removed. So imagine an application designed to display the original version of note.xml. That's a two tag, from tag, heading tag, body tag. Then imagine a newer version of note.xml with added date, har elements and removed heading. So there won't be much difference. So XML simplifies things. So what XML will do? XML simplifies data sharing. XML simplifies data transport. XML simplifies platform changes. XML simplifies data availability. This is what an XML do. What HTML will do? HTML prints your data. HTML markups your screen. HTML makes sure your your source code looks on top of the screen, looks beautiful on top of the screen, not completely beautiful, at least it will make your source code to look on the screen, print on the screen, appear on the screen. So many computer systems contain data in incompatible formats. So exchanging data between incompatible systems or upgraded systems is a time consuming task for web developers. So large amounts of data must be converted and incompatible data is often lost. So XML stores data in plain text format. So this provides a software and hardware independent way of storing, transporting and sharing data. So XML also makes it easier to expand or upgrade to new operating systems, new applications or new browsers without losing data. So with XML, data can be available to all kinds of reading machines like people, computers, voice machines, news feeds, etc., etc., and the list goes on like this course.